Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. So I see this news that Ninja Gaiden games are going to come to PC, and I'm so excited because Ninja Gaiden series, especially the first and the second games, were very good ones. I enjoyed them a lot in the past. I even visited the first game a few months ago and played it again from start to finish, even though it was difficult to get it, because I had to go to the Xbox 360 and find ways to play the first one, which was released on the original Xbox. And here we have some not so very exciting news about the games that are going to be on PC on June the 10th, I believe, because it's not really that good considering that they should have probably made a better port. Yeah, it is what it is. And here they say that the game will require a gamepad. I don't really care. I will play the gamepad any time of the day, even on PC. Yeah, some people will like the keyboard and mouse to be there, but it says here that it's not going to happen. And it is strange that this article from Dark Side of Gaming is focusing on this rather than the more important things, at least in my opinion. And the more important things are that the Ninja Gaiden games are going to be the Sigma versions that were on the PS Vita and PlayStation 3, which is a huge letdown in my opinion because the PS3 version was way inferior to the Xbox version. Even the second game, you can go to Digital Foundry and compare the two. You will see that the enemies that spawn on the PS3 version were way less. Things weren't really that enjoyable compared to the Xbox 360 version. And it says here that you will need a gamepad. Again, I don't really care. But the problem here is that, and here it says that the game will support 4K and 60 FPS, but don't expect unlocked frame rates. Yeah, I mean, if you probably played Ninja Gaiden at 120 FPS, that would be really cool. But 60 FPS is still okay. It is still an upgrade considering that the base games or the games the original ones run at 30 FPS, so it's still something good. It says here that it is based on the PS Vita version of all things. Why? Just why the PS Vita version? The developer said that the data for Ninja Gaiden Black, which is the original one on the original Xbox, and Ninja Gaiden 2 on the Xbox 360, they said that the data is so fragmented and can't be salvaged. Why? People who own Xbox One consoles can play these games. Why can't they salvage the data? It is mind-boggling in my opinion, because if people at Microsoft have the data for the game, why wouldn't the developers, Team Ninja, have the data for these games? This is really a letdown because, they want to have this remaster or a port and they base it on the PS Vita version of all. This is where I really didn't like it, and I thought that for one, they did something good to bring the Ninja Gaiden games to PC. A lot of people will love it, but on the other hand, they just did a lazy port. I'm not keeping my hopes up considering what I have read here. And we have an article here from Silicon Era, and it is an interview, and it says here Ninja Gaiden Master Collection exists due to fan support. And yeah, I mean, Ninja Gaiden games are really great, man. I wish they had done, a better job of releasing a true remaster and not just a port, so that people will enjoy the fast pace of the games, the difficult enemies, especially in Ninja Gaiden Black, and the overall vibe that this game has. Honestly, I haven't seen a game like that in terms of polish, of course in its genre, and in terms of the gameplay and the enjoyment it brings. And especially Ninja Gaiden Black, the first one was a masterpiece in my opinion. And one question from the interviewer here: what do you feel originally drew people to the Ninja Gaiden games? Why do you think players enjoy such difficult titles? Yasuda, who is the producer for Ninja Gaiden Master Collection, said that the combination of the quick, responsive action of Ryu Hayabusa, who is the protagonist of the game, and the unrelenting enemy AI established in the high-speed battles, I think most impressed players. Yeah, definitely. That's the catch for me at least. Also, the addition to the sense of accomplishment when you finally defeat a powerful enemy after many attempts. I can relate to that. Sometimes you feel like an enemy, especially if you play like on hard or very hard, things get really more difficult and you feel really good about yourself when you defeat those enemies. I mean, even the small enemies or the regular ones get really relentless and difficult to beat. And here you have a screenshot. So look at this art here. It's really good. People who played this like on the Xbox One X will know for a fact that this game looks and plays really well. And that's why I am excited to see it again. Look at, the weapon here. Everything is done in a very good detail. Look at the building here. I think this is the Xbox One X version. And here another question says, are you changing or seeking to improve any elements of the games, or are you trying to keep them exactly as players remember them? Why are you changing or not changing the games? And Yasuda said, we're focused on keeping with the game features and action elements in the original games, so we really haven't made any major changes. However, we have been able to improve the resolution and stabilize the frame rate to match improvements in hardware specs. In particular, 4K resolution and 60 FPS for PS4 Pro, PS5, Xbox One X, Xbox Series, and Steam hardware requirements necessary, of course. Resolution and FPS may fluctuate during gameplay, and players will, of course, need to have a 4K TV or monitor to play in full 4K 60 FPS. And here they say that it may fluctuate, so it means that don't get your hopes up, especially if you play on consoles or on a PC with not so very high-end hardware, and I hope it's not going to fluctuate that much to hinder the experience and the enjoyment. And here he continues, and even though we didn't include the online multiplayer, tag missions can be played in single-player mode, and some of the unreasonably difficult parts have been adjusted. However, we haven't made any adjustments that make the games easier to clear, so we hope everyone is up for the challenge. And again, in my experience, I think Ninja Gaiden Black was the only one that was challenging. The second one, not really that challenging. The third one, I think I don't know. It's an abomination in my opinion. I didn't like it at all. It was too easy. I think it wanted, people to be introduced to the game series, but making things very easy isn't really going to serve your cause. Some people may find the first one very, very difficult, and I can't blame them for that. And another question here says, if the Ninja Gaiden Master Collection is successful, do you think you may be interested in exploring other past Team Ninja properties, any more collections or new titles? And Yasuda said, yes, I think it is possible. One of the reasons we are able to work on this remastered version is because of the interest in the Ninja Gaiden series expressed by all our loyal fans. Team Ninja will dedicate ourselves to working on new projects, so we hope you will continue to voice your support. And it is good that they listened to the fans and finally decided after so many years to bring this game series back to life, even if they based their decision on, a port of the PSvita, which is not so very exciting, but again, it's still better than nothing. Anyway, Ninja Gaiden fans, what do you think about this? Do you think that it is worth playing this again on PC? And what are your expectations? Leave your comments down below. And don't forget to like and subscribe, share with your friends. And I will talk to you again soon. Have a good one.